The Texas Revolution by Lillee, Leah, and Sofia. The Texas Revolution lasted from October 2nd, 1835 to April 21st, 1836. The Americans started to move into Mexican territory, Texas today, because there was lots of good farmland. With the good farmland, they could make more money. Stephen Austin moved into Texas in 1821. He held thousands of acres of land and was known as the founder of Texas. When the Americans started to move, the Mexicans were not pleased. Slavery was prohibited in Mexico, so the Americans started bringing the slaves while the Mexicans didn't approve. Tariffs were imposed on the goods from the U.S. The Alamo was a large fortress that the Texans chased the Mexicans out of, raising the tension. The Manifest Destiny wanted to occupy the entire northern hemisphere, but during this time, Mexico and Texas were about to go to war. People rode around in wagons and were carried by horses at the time. Therefore, the horses were rode into battle. Sam Houston rode a gray stallion into battle, and it was shot out from underneath him. Texas wanted independence from Mexico, but during the Battle of the Alamo, Texas was defeated. All but 5 soldiers were dead. Santa Anna used Suzanne Dickinson to tell the story of the battle to discourage more rebellion. Instead, Houston's army doubled, filled with now 800 men. They attacked Mexican troops at the San Jacinto River and in 18 minutes had wiped out over half the Mexican army. Santa Anna signed a treaty to free Texas.
Texas was now independent from Mexico.
Even though they were now independent, there were many underlooked activities. The Treaty of Vasquillo was turned down by the general originally. One treaty was public and the other was private. Slavery was banned in Mexico. The new settlers would pretend to free their slaves to keep them, then act as if they were paying them for their work. Mexicans act like they didn't notice, although after a while they cracked down on the slave owners. The defenders of the Alamo weren't supposed to be there. They didn't follow orders. Instead of destroying it and rounding up the Texans, the men defended it. There's been rumors of a second battle at the Alamo. Almost 50 years later, a woman locked herself inside the compound. The Alamo was held for 13 days before it was attacked on the 3rd. The defenders were expected to escape but refused. Speculations that Santa Anna had a fear of water had surfaced. At one point, he got off his horse and got across a lake by log, then was laughing at the men who slipped. Santa Anna was similarly afraid to swim through creeks and bays to escape. Santa Anna had hid overnight in the thickets near the creek. He later disguised himself in uniform of a Mexican private and was fleeing on foot near Sims Bayou on the April 22nd when a patrol of Texans captured him.
Thank you for watching our presentation on the Texas Revolution.